Welcome back to the 6th Gear Garage. Today I'll be taking advantage of Ohio's winter weather to remove all the interior sound deadening from this 1985 4Runner that I'm currently restoring. So normally this is done by getting dry ice, breaking it up into a bunch of small pieces, and laying it all over the floor on top of the sound deadening, which will make it get hard enough to chisel out. However, with today's temperatures, I'll be able to do this with just a chisel and a hammer.
And spoiler alert, we're gonna find rust, and more rust.
I'm using a scraper instead of an actual chisel because a scraper isn't as sharp and it won't gouge off the paint and primer that's on the floor. I'll put a link to one of these in the description.
Despite the cold temperatures, the chisel wasn't working as fast as I had hoped. But stand by, because in about another minute and a half, I found a much faster and easier way to smash through the sound deadening like it was a dashboard in a second generation Dodge Ram.
And right here, I've got two panels that are bonded together. You can see the sealant right here, and that goes all the way across. And the tar from the sound deadening really bonds well to that sealant. So that's gonna be a lot harder to get off. And the good news is that where I did get all the way through the tar and the sealant, I don't see any surface rust around the seam where these two panels meet. And here we have a rotted floor. You can see when I was chiseling, I actually chiseled up a piece of the floor, and under here is all rotten. There's a couple layers here. A little bit of sound deadening left. There's a layer coming up right there. So this is all rotted out and soft, so I'm gonna have another repair to do. But that's why it's important to pull up this floor, especially if these vehicles have been in the Midwest or the North. You probably don't have to worry about any of this if you're out in California or the Southwest. And I'll do the rest of that back there once you get these pedals out of the way, because I'm gonna be converting this from auto to manual. The passenger footwell looks to be really solid, so let's check it out. And this side actually looks and feels and sounds really solid, so that's a win. I spoke too soon on the passenger side. It was good over there, but I've got a hole over here. That's an easy fix though. Let's try something. So a mallet is going to save you a lot of time. I'm going to have to chisel this part off. And unfortunately, I do have a little bit of rust creeping through this seam here. So that's another additional floor repair I'll have to do. So I bought this 4Runner from a guy here in Northern Ohio, and based on the emissions, I knew it was originally a California truck. And it also spent some time in Colorado, and I just found one more clue. It also spent some time in Rapid City, South Dakota. It's pretty fun to learn things about the truck you bought as you tear it down. Slim chance, but if anyone out there watching knows or recognizes this truck by its stripes, they're really unique pinstripes. I've never seen another truck with these stripes on it. I'm guessing they're dealer applied. They could be custom. I'd love to know the history of this truck. And once again, we have some rust here along this seam. So one more floor repair. I predict rust. That's thick. Hey, no rust. All right. We'll count that as a win.
And that's going to be it for today. Pretty soon my uninsulated garage will be warm enough to where I can feel my fingers again, and I'll get back to work on replacing this rusty rocker panel. Thanks for watching.